Well, good afternoon. This is Nikolai Gorbachev and Aaron. We decided to do a little thing on our relationship because we get asked so much about how does this work. I'm trying to figure that out myself. But anyway, yeah, we did a little poll, and people want to know how we met. So we're going to share that and very much more. Anyway, it all started
It
in
all started in
Waikiki.
Waikiki.
Waikiki, I had been there. I had just got out of prison 3 years prior to that. I'm doing my thing. I was a party animal, and my best friend at that time owned a place in the Outrigger Hotel there in Waikiki, and I'll let Aaron tell you what happened there.
Well, I'll just say that I came to Hawaii to visit, and I've been here 10 years with this guy ever since. I met Crystal, who was Nick's best friend at the time, in her shop because I was buying my father something. And she was super pregnant, and I told her if she needed someone to help her from maternity leave, I would help her. And I didn't know that was Nick's best friend, obviously. And so once she went to have her baby and went maternity leave, I took over her store and helped her run it. So, anyways, you used to come by every day. He did his little Waikiki laps and offered to drive me home. And look at us, here we are, 10 years later with a kid.
All I gave her was a ride. you know.
So to clarify, we're the next question is 44 years difference, and we didn't plan this, right? I always joke that you were trying to get away from me,
Yeah.
and
Well, I was, because I was 67 when I met Erin. 67. She was 25, and I'm not trying to have no woman no 44 years younger than myself. But we became friends first of all, and one thing led to another.
fast friends.
Yeah, yeah. One thing led to another, and above all, she showed me something that and did something for me that no other woman has ever done. Trust me when I say that. And I'm going to share that story with you, and you'll understand why. She is so much more mature than her age.
Oh,
She's an incredible woman. And God don't make mistakes, okay? He brought me back to Hawaii. 3 years later, I met Erin. She's my best friend, you know. And, it's like you just never know what to expect from life, no matter what people say, life is real, man, and how you live it is very important. Well, anyway, we met, and in fact, she was traveling the world when she came to Hawaii.
yes. I've been to what? I've been to over 40 countries. I used to. Most people don't know my background,
No,
right?
nobody.
Worked on private boats, ran private estates, and yeah, I didn't plan on staying. I had a very good friend here, and still my good friend, and offered me a place to stay for a few weeks, and then I just met him and moved right in. Just kidding.
Yeah, yeah. She didn't just move right in. She
That's
told
what
me
he
she was
says.
leaving the island, right? that she needed a place to put her suitcase. You know what I'm saying? I said, "Oh, sure. You can just, put it in my house,
Wise.
until you get ready to leave. And you know where that is? Here she is. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, and it's all good. I tell you, I couldn't be happier.
And then we
God is
started
good.
our restaurants.
Yeah,
Yeah, we had our food truck and
yeah.
slowly kept building our business. And then we say pre Esther and post Esther. And then we had Esther. And now we're living the parent life
Yeah, the rest is history.
at
Me,
76
me.
and
You know,
34.
I'm a few years from being 80 years old, man. And I've been telling people my whole life, you can be as young as you want to be because see, it's all mental. Everything is mental. Going on 80, but really 45. You know what I'm saying? So I
True.
take care of myself. I would tell health is true wealth, man. I look at all my friends. Well, they weren't friends, they're partners that I've known throughout my life. They were all wealthy, had everything. I should have been one of them, but it wasn't my lifestyle. Money and material things don't really matter because, see, in order to, you know, have that kind of wealth, somebody's getting messed over somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, people are most important to me than money. Regardless how I feel about people, they're still people, man. Because money can't do what people can. And that's where I've lived my life. And I've been blessed for it because there is no way that I keep saying this that I should be a liar. And God's truly blessed me with a family, something that I've always wanted after losing mine when I was a teen down there. But things happen for reasons. Things happen for reasons in life. Without all of that happened to me in my life, I wouldn't be where I am at today. I've been truly blessed. And God blessed me with a beautiful young lady.
I feel very
I
blessed
said
to be
young
with you.
lady. So brother got to stay on his P's and Q's. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I,
and
I,
officially married. I officially married. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
almost a year. So
almost a year now.
tied
Yeah,
him down at 76 years old.
ain't that
He's
something?
a tough one, and we're hopefully going to share the story more of.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about. This is just our opening debut about our life and how it's been, between us at this time. Well, we really haven't shared anything with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get the feel
People
of
are
it.
very curious
Yeah.
and ask lots of questions, and so
Well, you got to realize we somewhat have a unique relationship. Here I am, 77. I'm going on 80. Here she is, 34. We got a kid, 5 years old. That's got to be, and you know, you got to realize in this damn world we live in, what people think. And I'm black.
we did a lot of
You
judgment as
know,
well.
I get
Yes.
so much judgment. I'm black, and I'm broke. You know what I'm saying? But I'm living the life a king could possibly want to live. You know what I'm saying? Because see, it's not about the money. It's all here, baby. It's like how you live your life and how you treat people. Because see, how you treat people is how it's going to come back to you, regardless whether you like them or not. And I'm living proof. God has shown me, and I've got so much to share. What God has done for me, because He says, Nick, I didn't allow you to go through so much stuff in your life if you wasn't supposed to share it. And hopefully somebody out there, it would help them out in one way or another, because there is not too much that I haven't been through. I share my stories with Erin all the time, and she cries. It's just, yeah, I went through that, man. But like I say, you got to go through the fire to get to the good stuff, man. And I feel like I'm good stuff, you know, in more ways than one, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, life is what it is, and we're living it, you know. And I try to share and give as much as we possibly can, because that's where life comes from, truly. Sharing and giving is blessings, man.
Hmm.
Sharing and giving is blessings. You want to believe that or not? How's your life going? All I've ever did my whole life was give. And God told me, He says, you know something? I'm not only going to give you back everything that you've lost over the years, I'm going to give you a daughter too, you know? And that's what He's done. 52 years later or so. But, God always keeps His promises, you know? That's why I know there's a God. When you died as many times as I have and you're still here and you got doubts, uh, something's wrong with you, as I always say. But anyway, well, I just wanted to share a little bit, and we're going to be sharing a little bit more. We're going to be doing things like every Sunday, we're going to talk about stuff. But this right here needs to be talked on more about certain issues that I think that are important.
and we have a different perspective because we are, what do we say, age, generation, race, basically everything is opposite, but yet we agree on many things, almost all things.
And
And
it surprises me to be so young and to be so sharp. And and ironically, Esther is unbelievably sharp. She be telling me stuff, but then she's got that old G in her. You know what I'm saying? And she's got that computer mind that this lady right here has. So I'm just saying, she's gonna be quite interesting. Watching her grow up is probably the most incredible thing I've ever seen. Watching her grow and
these
learn.
videos are really for her in a lot of
Yeah,
ways
and
because
I like sharing my videos because I get from people all the time. They enjoy watching my lifestyle with my family because we're living life, man. I'm not trying to worry about what somebody else is doing or what somebody else is talking about. I don't gossip. I mean, that's just a waste of my time. And this is what's happening in the world right now. Everybody gossiping, talking about somebody else's story. And that person's talking about that same story. So, what is the story? That's what I want to know. What is the true story? And only the person that went through it can tell you. So, all that, you know what I'm getting at. We don't listen to that. I look at it because it just makes me realize how what a sad shape this world is in, where you have to feel better about yourself from living on other people's miseries or what they're going through. That's sad, man. That's
yeah,
really
it
sad.
is sad.
You should get a life for real.
For
All I
real.
gotta say, this is Nikolai Gorbachev and Erin saying, peace out.
What are we saying?
We'll be saying a whole lot, because I'm feeling good about this. It just feels good, sharing stuff that people need to hear,
And
whether you
doing it
want to or
together
not.
as well. Yeah.
So may God bless, and we'll be talking to you, another week, next Sunday. Peace out.